Okay guys, you're ready to move on to task 2. This video you're watching on your own with your groups. So, we talked about figurative language last semester. So I do want to do a brief review because we are going to see a lot of figurative language in our novel Flesh. So figurative language are words or expressions called figures of speech that are used in other than ordinary ways to suggest a picture or image or for other special effects. So figurative language is going to have extra meaning behind it. It's not necessarily what the words literally mean, but figuratively what they mean. Because remember, literal language are words or expressions that match their definitions. So I'm going to go over the first example with you. Now you have these notes glued down in your composition book for first semester. So this is not new to you. You already have these notes. Now we also have them in our workbooks from the first semester. So if for some reason you don't still have that workbook, I can get you another copy. Alright, so simile is our first type of figure of speech. The figurative meaning, a figure of speech that compares two things indicated by some connective, usually like or as, or than, or a verb such as resembles to show how similar they are. So usually when you see a simile, it's two things compared using the words like or as. That's the most common thing you're going to see. So they give us an example. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Okay, so were his cheeks literally roses? No. So it gives us a literal meaning. It just means his cheeks and nose were red and he had a white beard. So there's a difference you can see just in this first example in what the figurative meaning is of words and what the literal meaning is. So what I want you to do is with your group, go ahead and read the rest of the types of figurative language. So you've got all of these, and remember at the bottom you've got a few definitions of a few other types. So we got stanza, tone, which we're going to be talking a lot about this week, and word choice. So tone and word choice we have not really hit on very much in this class, but we are going to once we move into the novel, and we'll talk about it this week. So go ahead and review the figurative language with your group. Alright, so after that you are going to look at this Mine's a Figurative Language book, and I made copies for you. You're going to look at the copies of this book, and the story is called 7 Ways of Looking at the Moon. Okay, so it's just a little poem. You're going to read through it and identify the types of figurative language in it. So what you can do in your composition book is label 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And on each category, I want you to write what sentence and what type of figurative language it is. And once your group finishes that, you can come to my group at the front, we'll discuss it, and then you'll be ready to move on to the next task.